Everyone is in their seats here at the Pepsi Center as the Nuggets look to grab a win here in downtown Denver, Colorado. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. For the Denver Nuggets, they come in off a good outing against the Lakers.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
So the New York starting five. Ntilikina out there with Cook. And there's Porzingis, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. Already, Brent, we've seen a changing of the guard of some teams where a new player is now the number one option.
Well, I expected that this year we were going to have some of this take place. A lot of the reason why I would point to it is that you had 9 new coaches in the NBA this year. So there's going to be opportunity on some of those teams for somebody to take advantage of a new offense, a new way to play, a new way to get up and down the floor. And with that opportunity, some guys are taking full advantage of it.
I love the new opportunities, though, for some players that may have been pushed to the side a bit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I like the opportunity maybe for some of these teams to start changing some of the older guard with their squad, maybe come trade deadline. I think this year there's going to be a lot of movement come February because of those coaching changes.
And so many defenses nowadays really not designed to take away that mid-range jumper.
And I'm loving the recognition, right? He simply takes what the defense allows. That's a smart move.
Now here's Jordan. He rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. To the middle. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Porzingis has got his second bucket tonight.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Jordan inside. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. Just 5 to shoot. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, this is also one of those things where you start to think about how you're going to change your defense already. If at all possible, make someone else beat you.
Here's Powell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Powell's got his first bucket of the night.
Now, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners. Interesting, Kevin. I got drafted by the Nuggets, never played there. They drafted me 15th overall back in the 1995 draft and then shipped me out. I would have been a much better skier, by the way.
And so it's New York with it. Following the 3 from Jordan. Passes to Powell. Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Brogdon. New York needs to get off a shot. Powell kicks to Cook. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside Jordan. 1:58 left to play in the first. Back to Porter. Now here's Jordan. Tight defense on him. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Porzingis.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Good on both. For New York, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Pass to Robinson. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Powell, the pass to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Murray.
deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away using those long arms.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Greg, what are some of the positives that Tristan Thompson's play brings to the team?
Still a very efficient scorer on the shots that he does take, and he lives mostly inside the paint, and still a strong offensive rebounder. But his days of being a threat on the offensive end as the game has evolved seems to kind of gone away.
And here's Thompson following the three from Jordan. Ntilikina kicks to Thompson. Here's Humphries. Offensive rebound. Nice shot by Thompson.
Now that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
It's Jordan on the wing. Guarded by Powell. Inside. Harris misses.
Wow, just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Shot, high post. Again, the Nuggets score.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in a zone.
New York's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Harris against Humphries. The pass to Ntilikina. Offline with his 3. Right back after this break. Frank Ntilikina has established himself as a legit defender.
Defense is 80% of will and 20.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Brent, the league is shaking things up as far as training and evaluation of referees. Do you think it'll result in getting a higher percentage of calls correct? They're pretty good as it is now.
The referees are fantastic.
They are.
And the fact that we're even having a discussion about a higher percentage of correct calls, Kevin, I would just like to have a higher percentage of correct calls for the rest of this game with you.
Well, good. This guy next to me handed me this card. It wasn't my idea. It was this guy over here.
Yeah, well,
he said, ask Brent about the refereeing.
We need this guy's guys.
Yeah. Oh, we do. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Jordan is out there with Brogdon. Then there's Erickson. Then it's Porter. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Lakers was tremendous. He finished with 42 points and did his work from both lines, hitting from beyond the arc and from the foul line. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss, and he'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. He lifted his game to an unreal level that night.
Yeah, he showed how dangerous he is when he's at his best. And, man, he'd love to keep that hot streak going here tonight.
Would you guys be surprised if he doesn't keep it going? I mean, the only way to follow up a game like that is with an even better one.
Count that bucket. Now just a 2-point Knicks lead.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Now here is Humphries. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Porzingis against Porter. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And Jordan gets it to go.
Well, the size that Brogdon has at the point guard, a good job of finding somebody over the top.
A tight game here in Denver. Humphries, the pass to Dantley. Inside, Powell. That one, no good. Denver's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
New York shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low.
Well, Porzingis plays with a high motor. We've seen in the early part of his career have very good starts to seasons and then struggling maybe in the second half of the year. We'd like to see that stamina all year long, at least for a full season.
Jokic has checked in for the Nuggets.
He talks so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Jordan finds Jokic. And here is Jordan. He's got 19. Back to Jokic. Stolen by Robinson. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And Mr. Incredible has been sensational.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Porzingis, Cook out there with Ntilikina, and it's Dantley in at the 5 spot.
Proving he belongs in this league. Ntilikina getting better at taking contact and finishing.
Jordan with it. With the floater. Brogdon kicks to Jokic. It's tipped. Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Brogdon. Ntilikina can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Jordan. Back to Porter. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. And it's 9 points for Michael Porter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Porter's gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Cook, the pass to Ntilikina. Back to Cook. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. One of my favorite moves is the Euro step. I know it's one of yours as well. There are a lot of guys that can do it well.
Well, I got to see Manu Ginobili step around me for years in San Antonio. But I think James Harden is still the most devastating Euro step player we have in the game. There's something about the lefties, isn't there, Kevin? We have a hard time figuring
they
a
throw
lefty
you off.
out.
They throw you off automatically just by the left hand.
Right.
Then they add the little side step.
And James Harden with the shiftiness and the way he moves the ball around and draws contact. I know there are a lot of people that get aggravated by that, but he's nearly impossible to stop, especially when he's got his passport with the Euro step.
He slithers. Here's Ntilikina. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Porzingis against Jokic. The 19-foot shot. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Porzingis just dialing that one in from the mid-range. Pretty smooth for a 7'3" professional basketball player.
Now here's Jordan. 22 points for him. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Ntilikina kicks to Porzingis. To the paint. Pass to Cook. Takes the 3. That shot off. And it's Denver the other way. Here's Jordan. That's in. Coming off the assist from Jokic. And that's now 24 points for Jordan.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
The Nuggets making. "12 seconds left in the third quarter. New York calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
The shot from 20 feet away. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter. Now here's Jordan. The 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Knicks lead by. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Valentine, Malcolm Brogdon out there with Jordan. Then it's Porter. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Can't leave anyone uncovered around Ntilikina. He is so adept at exploiting situations like that.
Passes it to Brogdon. Now here's Jordan. Defense is right there. Offensive rebound. In, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor and looking for more.
Well, you see the excellent skill set, and this is when you want to make an impact.
I feel like there's an uptick in the intensity as well. Fourth quarter, and it's closing time.
Ring shot on the way, and he nails that one right through the net. Jordan's got 4 this quarter.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Porzingis, count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
The drive by Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
Porzingis kicks to Thompson. Cook, the pass to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. To the inside. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Jordan. And he lobs it up.
Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Well, we've seen some big plays here tonight, but they've been sporadic. That's been an issue.
To the paint, here's Robinson. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Porter.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Denver making a switch here. Jokic is checked in, and New York with a change here too. Powell, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for New York. The lead is 2. The shot by Powell, no good. From deep, Jordan drains it from beyond the arc. Jordan's got 14 points now in the second half.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Brogdon. Ntilikina passes to Porzingis. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Oh, Porzingis loving the moment right here, stepping up huge.
Denver calls timeout. They trail by 1. 1:39 left here in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything. And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
Misses from close range. For Denver, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Knicks trail by 3. Pass to Dantley. And he dunks it down.
And as much offense as we saw earlier, I mean, we're seeing even more of it here now late in the game.
What is this, February? Feels like an all-star game has broken out. Neither side willing or able to stop the other.
Got a hand on it. And there's the pass to Cook. Here's Powell. It's in! There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. Jordan finds Jokic. The rebound by Dantley.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Here's Ntilikina. Left side, Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
More and more polish from Porzingis, easily getting the defense off their feet. The rest is simple.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3-ball.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To the middle. There's the steal.
They have a chance to tie it up.
That next shot has to come from behind the arc. Only a 3 is going to save them.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
And the French native has already made an impact. Ntilikina is a young guard who plays with confidence and purpose.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're down by 3. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, it really depends on what's available, so we'll see how the defense lines up here.
There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Porter kicks to Jordan. From deep. Bullseye! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
A 3 off the inbound. The 3 won't fall. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. And always... Here's Ntilikina. Trying to find Kanter. Gets it to him. To tie it up. And the layup is up and in. Kanter's got the game tied up here for New York.
He's a scorer, and stepping up this time, Kanter with a big one.
Now Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agreed, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space. The Knicks shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Ntilikina kicks to Kanter. Here's Ntilikina. Lock at 6. Green, the pass to Robinson. Here's Ntilikina. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
How about the fearlessness in the moment? Ntilikina demonstrating great control and decision-making during these crucial possessions.
Jordan, count it!
Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt. Professional move all the way. Puts the team on his back when it matters most.
And so it's New York with it. Pass to Kanter. Here's Ntilikina. New York moving it around. Yes! A huge shot to tie it up.
Well, he's made some big shots dating back to his playing days in Europe. Kanter coming through here in the clutch.
Here's Jordan, and he slams it down right on top of Jermichael Green.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. There's 37 seconds left to play in the second overtime of quite a heated game. Guys, your thoughts?
Hey, they do have enough time here if they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1. We'll see if they try it.
Back to Porzingis. Jokic with the steal. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
New York calls timeout. They're behind by 4. 29 seconds left to play in the second overtime period. Could not get a winner with just one. Puts it up off the inbound. Misses off the left iron.
Not pretty. You just, oh, wow.
Hello.
It's a beautiful jam.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
I can imagine a lot of things right now, but a comeback, that's not one of them.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
In general, Kevin, Porzingis' size is problematic. The D is not going to have any option but to foul him.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 5. And so he makes both from the line. And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, Brogdon being the Rookie of the Year and coming in and doing a great job for the Milwaukee Bucks. This is a guy who could play either guard position and has a great mentality and great poise as a point guard.
Ntilikina kicks to Powell. New York, no good that time either. And they go to the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. So the Nuggets win it. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned, and I tell you what, they've got to feel really good about themselves for fighting through.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in.